everybody, welcome to Blaze and Blend. And today we're here to take you guys on a garden tour. Our property is located in North Texas, Zone 8A. So we've had a pretty rough year. It's been, the droughts have been pretty tough. I've had to do a lot of hand watering. The irrigation systems have been running pretty much every day. I do one zone a day, which is a lot of watering for me because I try to do a very drought resistant garden. We're gonna go ahead and jump right into it. So we're gonna start right here. This here is Caesalpinia Pulcherrima. It's actually a desert plant, so it likes a lot of very rocky soils, very sandy soils, well-drained soils. I've actually kept it irrigated in order to get it to flower so much. Not kept it irrigated, but we'll put some water on it, you know, in order for it to push so much flowers. The flowers are just brilliant, really. They're very alien-like the way when you looking at them. But I've really enjoyed this plant, and it's grown quite substantially. I mean, I put it in there, it's probably maybe 2 foot tall, and I put it in there spring this year. Now the winters knock it back pretty good, so we'll see how it does, and if this single stalk survives, or if anything seeds for next year. We should see. It should come back though. Not barring nothing serious. So let's jump to the next thing. All right, so here we are at our next location. This is Turks Cap Habiscus. This one is in red. We also actually have it in pink. This one is probably 2 or 3 years old now, probably in its 3rd season, and it's doing really well. It's probably total of maybe 3 foot tall and probably 4 foot wide. But let me tell you, the pollinators love it. The hummingbirds, there's probably right now, I'd say probably 200 little flowers on this, and they absolutely, in the mornings they're here also in the late evenings, the hummingbirds will be all over it. I could film hummingbirds here all day. I wish they'd come over here while I'm here, but they won't, so. They'll get close, but not that close. So let's jump to the next, let's show you what else we got. Okay, here we are at our next location, and we wanted to point out this is Datura Stramonium, also known as Jimson weed or devil's trumpet. It's an annual here, but it does really well. I mean, when I planted this at the beginning of the year, it was at the beginning of the spring, I'd say. It was probably a foot, maybe a 1 foot little start, and I picked up for maybe $5, and then now look at it. It's 8 foot tall. It's nearly touching my eaves on my roof on my house there, and it blooms these awesome flowers that are they're double purples. Like a double flower, and has purple around the ring of it here. You'll also see a lot of butterfly weed around my property that just starts wherever it starts. I just let it grow because it's also great for pollinators. The butterflies, monarchs especially, they love it. They leave their babies to host on it. So we try to encourage that by allowing the butterfly weed to grow just everywhere. Let's see what else. There's also in the very back there, that's a sunshine Ligustrum. It's a very popular plant here around the south now because of that chartreuse green that it puts on. All right, here we are under one of our Vitexes. This is Summertime's Blues Vitex. It's a very, very great shrub. It's actually, in my opinion, it's considered an ornamental tree because it gets very large. I mean, it's 3 years old, and look how big it is. It's almost 14 foot tall and probably just as wide. This variety here does get wider than it does tall, so be aware of that. It's great for the pollinators. It starts blooming early spring and doesn't stop until mid-fall. So it's a very, very good shrub. It's deciduous, so it survives like to -20 degrees. This shrub really is great. It's an excellent performer in the landscape. Any Vitex is. I'll show you the Agnus-Castus, which is the original Vitex, here next. So let's jump over there. So here we are at our other Vitex. This is Agnus-Castus. This is the original as far as I can tell. There are many varieties that are coming up here over the next few years that are based off of this variety here. So be on the lookout because this shrub is really a good one in the south. There aren't as many varieties of color. It's normally blue to light blue, even I think a little bit of pink out there. But as far as the amount of flowers and the length of time you get, it's definitely the way to go in my opinion. And you'll see this one back here. We have another Summertime's Blues right there. We did that one off of off of a start. We off of this one over here on the corner. So there it is again. This is Natchez Crape Myrtle. It's actually a large growing variety of Crepe myrtle. So if you live on a small lot, you're not going to want this. This thing gets upwards of 35 feet tall, and it grows, 4 feet a year. So it's very rapid. I have it in this very large location here. It's gonna, it'll have room here to go and block out this pole from our vision here, so we don't have to look at it. But I really like it because it's in white. I think that a lot of people don't really care for white flowering shrubs, but they're very underappreciated in my opinion. But they do look good in the garden. They do light up the space. So when I put this, actually this is the only shrub I planted this summer because of how hot it's been. This one, it actually struggled in the beginning, and I had to come in here and take about 6 inches of growth all off of it, and then kind of let it catch its bearings in the ground. And then once it did that, you can see all the new flowers and all this new stuff, new growth. It's already put on 18 inches of growth since I cut it back in June. That's when I planted it. Anyway, so that kind of wraps up this video, guys. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope you learned something. Hope you saw something you like. Maybe it's giving you some ideas for your gardens. But make sure you like, share, and subscribe to the channel. It's absolutely free. And we'll catch you next time.